Hello YouTube, this is Ben Yessel. How's it going? So just kind of doing a late night video here. Talking a little bit softer just because it's later. I've noticed recently, and I usually don't talk about this stuff too much, but I've noticed recently that a certain well-known, we'll say, conspiracy theorist, slash internet personality, has his own whatever, Alex Jones, right, InfoWars. So he's been penalized, he's been kicked off of a lot of sites. Makes you wonder. So, like everybody else, a lot of other people, I have some ideas, I have some thoughts, I have some things that I think are going on, maybe. And I'm sure that most people won't hear what I have to say, but that's okay. At least for now, it's just a good thing that at least some people are going to hear what I'm going to have to say about this. So I watched Alex Jones when I was a bit younger. And, he's conservative, and I'm conservative, and he seems to be a very intense person. Or at least, he gets really worked up about a lot of stuff. And I could be that way as well, but in particular, Alex seems to be catatonic. It's so extreme sometimes that you wonder if he's acting. I don't know. Most of us, when we get really upset with something that's not involving our own lives, something involving the whole nation, like all the ongoing stuff, usually just, we only have so much energy to have during the day, so we can't always expend all of that being in a fit of rage all day, And we realize we can't really do a whole lot about a lot of things right now. Just store things away in our mind. Once we become aware of things a little bit, or at least we think we are. Anyway, Alex Jones. Well, so he violated some of the rules apparently, but some people are saying that he's well, you could probably guess, conservative / revealing too much, conspiracies, Some people in government said enough's enough, and they wanted him gone. Well, the reason why I'm not very straightforward about what I think is going on is because I have suspected Alex Jones for quite some time, even though I know folks like Joe Rogan think he's for real. That's fine. But I don't think Alex is completely, it's not just, I do suspect that he's, there's more that meets the eye with Alex Jones. Rush Limbaugh, for instance, I remember when I was a lot younger, reading a lot of his stuff and listening to him on the radio. And he's actually, aside again from his temper, somewhat, he's not a bad guy. He's actually pretty cool. At least I agree with him on a lot of things. But how did Alex Jones get to be such a big, where did all the money come from? How did he pass up Rush Limbaugh, kind of thing? Or you have other people like, I don't know, You know all the people. How is it that Alex got all this support? You know, I mean, it's been quite some time since I actually watched any of this stuff, but I just didn't like the way I felt when I was watching some of those videos. It was a bit like join us or die. It's very much an ultimatum with Alex Jones. And I can look at this from a few different perspectives, but what I think is actually happening, what I suspect is actually happening, is that this is a bit more of a we'll say well, I suspect that this was engineered, the whole thing, because I don't believe Alex Jones is really fully honest about who he is and what he's all about. I do believe that this shutting him down is something that's trying to provoke some kind of reaction. And what I think is actually, what I suspect is actually happening, is it's all this is geared toward making people even angrier, right, than before. It's all geared to what? To have conservatives and liberals go to war, right? Civil war, guns, killing. Who benefits from that stuff? Guys, it's right there in front of you. It's the military-industrial complex. It is the Illuminati. It's so obvious. It's so apparent. When you have two different sides, right, neither of which you fully agree with, and you don't know why even the United States, if the United States is on one side, you don't know why they're fighting. Why are they fighting? Why are they killing each other? This is generally the case 99% of the time. Well, the reason why you don't know what's going on, or you don't know why because there are these conflicts, is because you have shadow governments. You have people trying to make a quick buck off of wars. When you have wars, who benefits? Just think. If I'm wrong, then if it really is the left, right, that is trying to silence, the conservatives and the conspiracy theorists that are to the right, if that really is indeed the case, okay, it's something I've heard before from Rush. It makes sense, okay, but no. Again, I've suspected Alex Jones of being a double agent, I suppose you could say. Again, not being for real. I only try to watch YouTube videos about this sort of thing, politics and news, from those folks who I think actually are being honest, really are themselves, expressing their honest opinions. And it can be a variety of different opinions, in case you're wondering. Yeah, I'm also subscribed to the Young Turks and others that have maybe either centrist or a little bit to the left kind of views. But of course, I'm more conservative, so, I have a lot more folks on the right. Like Ben Shapiro, kind of thing. No, I trust Ben Shapiro, But yeah, I I've seen videos where Alex goes after people for, I've never been able to figure out why. He belittled some folks in Austin or someplace in Texas that they were trying to, they thought that Alex was on their side and Alex was just making fun of them. And he's just very rude. He's very unkind. And, I watched an interview about his wife explaining that he's got issues as well. Now, the thing that I think is, a lot of people would agree, Alex Jones is not a very stable person. That's pretty evident. And then fewer people would agree that this is, again, an attack on conservatism. This is an attack on free speech and all that stuff. And even fewer people than that suspect that, most likely it's fewer people suspect that this is another effort to create civil war in the United States and other places. And again, I think this is an attempt to create more anger. So, because I suspect this to be the case, what am I going to do about this? Well, I think it's very wise to not spend very much time at all watching political videos. You just get the basics. You can watch your favorites, doesn't really matter who. Make your judgments about what's happening. We can't do much about it as it is. It's just good to know about certain things that are occurring. And, just live your life and now, there's so many other people out there, especially on YouTube, that you could watch. You don't need to watch InfoWars. There's so many other people that are... I would suggest Ben Shapiro. Just be honest. Ben Shapiro is one of the leading conservative voices. Now, if you're not a conservative, that's fine. Watch a more liberal guy, if you want to. And just be aware... I would just suggest to you guys, just a suggestion, just try to be aware that when things happen and you're not really sure why they're happening, and, it's this kind of thing, it may be, until it's completely disproved, which I don't think will be the case at all, but it just may be the case that you have some organization that is trying to get people to hurt and kill each other. And the stuff they buy to do that, like bullets and guns, that money goes to who? Okay, this is nothing new. I'm just saying again, this is just another effort to try to get people to get even angrier with each other. So, you guys listening to this, just, don't get angry. Realize that conservatives are a lot more like liberals than you might realize, and vice versa. Liberals are a lot more like conservatives. We don't need to kill each other. We don't need to yell at each other. We don't need to argue. Just try to work things out. Right? We don't need Alex Jones and all of those crazy things he's saying. I've only watched, to be honest, a few Ben Shapiro things. To me, he makes a lot of sense. I like what he says, but it's okay if you don't like him. It's fine. And even if you don't believe in the Illuminati, even if you think this is all a little bit of a hogwash, that's fine. That's okay. We all can have our opinions. But that's one less nutcase, in my opinion, that's off the air. And I understand some folks just, we'll see that side of Alex. And it's true, it's a very big side of him that he's getting a little bit unstable. We might think that maybe that instability is something a bit more like, say, what happened to Randy Quaid, where the Illuminati made him kind of go berserk a little bit, based on not only all the things I've heard about his house and losing his house and losing his job and everything. We might think that the same thing's happening with Alex, or something similar will happen in the future. So you think, the Illuminati's coming after him, right? Because Alex exposed the Bohemian Grove, right? Well, how did he get into Bohemian Grove in the first place? Because you can see what I'm saying. It's, yeah. So I think Randy is a bit more legitimate regarding actually being hunted down by, yeah. But Alex, no, he's kind of fake. And trust me, folks, I've been thinking about this for quite some time. Look, Alex Jones is from Texas. He knows what to say to conservatives to get them riled up. People know how to rile up conservatives. They know how to have them get their guns out. Right? It's no mystery. I'm not 15 anymore. I don't necessarily just believe this, but this is my strongest hunch. This is just an effort to get people to hurt each other. So, again, what I'm saying to you guys is, if you're interested in this kind of thing, if you're following what's happening with Alex Jones, do not jump to any conclusions. Do not get upset. Just take it easy, right? And realize it may well be yet another attempt to get people to hurt and kill each other. Because why? Because it's depopulation of the world, furthering Agenda 21, furthering enriching the pockets of the military-industrial complex, and all this goes right back to the Illuminati. It will sound pretty crazy and bogus, but trust me, it actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.